Good morning, everybody. It's another gorgeous day out here. We're right in the sweet spot of the weather where it's not so devastatingly hot during the day that the dogs are going to collapse. It's just nice enough, but oh boy, yeah, we're heading into it. It's the start of June now, and by next month, by July, it's going to be a heat wave all the time. And this job I'll tell you, this job is very difficult right in the middle of summer when the heat is really strong. And it's very difficult in the dead smack middle of winter when it's super cold out. But, we just keep plugging away, doing the best we can. I'm just getting absolutely continuously overwhelmed with new client requests. And although it's great to be busy, I'm actually busy to a point that I find very, very stressful. I've been working between 60 and 80 hours a week for a year now, except for the short periods where I've actually shut my business down, which just was a few weeks ago. And although, it sucks not to have any income coming in, I did need that break. I did need that little breather spot. So it kind of helped me. I feel a little bit refreshed heading back into work now that I've been open full speed for a little while. And I'm receiving so many client requests every day, and I'm going to give you an example. So yesterday I received a request from somebody whose dog has attacked both her and her boyfriend. They've both had multiple stitches. The dog is very dangerous, clearly. And I hear this, and it creates a lot of stress in me because I want to help everybody. And prior to the pandemic, I booked everybody that needed an appointment. I got an appointment somewhere. And now I turn away sometimes up to 10 people a day. So, not only is the workload stressful, the sheer amount of emails that I deal with every day a little bit stressful. I can deal with that stuff. What I actually find most distressing right now is that when people reach out to me with a very severe problem like this, I want to help them. I want more than anything in the world to help these people, and I can't. I got to tell these people I'm not booking. I am overloaded right now until mid-August, and it is June 2nd. So, what do I tell these people? Do I say, hang in there with your psycho dog until mid-August and get a few more bites? Sadly, I cannot help these people. I actually told those people to reach out to a couple of trainers for a board and train program. So you know that I don't do board and train programs anymore, and I've kind of spoke about why that is. But there is a time and a place. There is an appropriate time and a place for board and train. And I would say something like this, a very severe behavior that these people probably can't handle on their own, maybe now is the time for board and train, and that trainer can help them. Ollie, chickpea. What I can talk to you about today and give you a little bit of advice on is what to do when you bring home a rescue dog. So let's chat about that. The first thing I want to do when I bring a new dog into my home is I want to get to know that dog. I don't know anything about this dog. I don't care what the rescue tells you. I don't know this dog personally yet. So in the process of getting to know my dog, I'm not going to spoil the dog. I'm not saying not to share affection with the dog, but I'm not just going to open up my house and just say, welcome home and do whatever you want. When I bring the dog in, I'm going to actually have a lot of rules and structure in the beginning so that this new dog that's coming into my home at least gets the vibe that there's rules and structure and things they're allowed to do, things they're not allowed to do. So I'm going to be a little bit more controlling over the dog and have a lot of fail-safe measures in. I'm going to crate train the dog. Even if I went on to not use a crate in the beginning, I don't know, is this dog out of stress going to start to do behaviors that maybe it hadn't done before? So if they say, oh, he's not a chewer and he's house trained, yes, maybe not. Maybe just the stress of the new house causes him to have some accidents around the house, chew on something he shouldn't chew on. So I'm going to be putting in a lot of stopgaps that maybe your average pet owner wouldn't. I'm not assuming anything of this dog, no matter what I'm told. So until I get to know the personality of the dog, a crate is going to be in play. I'm not going to give this dog free roam of my house, especially when I'm not home. I don't know what this dog's capable of yet. And I need to get to know this dog and their quirks and their behavioral issues and that kind of stuff. I'm going to start obedience training right from the first day the dog comes in, and just basic stuff like sit, leash walking skills, just some basic stuff like that. I'm going to be very careful with interactions with new people. So like if I have a guest come over, the dog is on the leash. I want to see how it is around guests. Hey, maybe it's friendly, but maybe the friendly part is it gets too excited and jumps all over my guests. So I'm not trying to be a pessimist here, but when a new dog comes in, I'm anticipating that it's going to make a bunch of mistakes. It's going to do a bunch of behaviors that I don't want it to do. So I'm trying to set the dog up for success by putting on more rules and structure than I think it will need in the future. So we're going structured feedings, structured walks, and crate time. It doesn't have access to my whole house. I would even leave a leash on the dog in the house in the beginning so that I can pick up the leash and control the dog's behavior if I need to. Like little things like I've shown you videos where I do have the dogs on the couch sometimes snuggling up with me, and I love that. My new dog that comes into my house is not allowed on the furniture in the beginning. So these are the kind of rules I'm talking about. So even if I want the dog, Chickpea, Ollie, to be able to come up on the furniture later, it's not going to start there, because I want to really set a nice, clean standard with this dog of what's expected in my house. And as I see the dog sort of assimilate into my life and how they're going to sort of react to different situations and what their personality is like, I'll start to lift some of these restrictions. But I think a mistake a lot of people make is they bring this new dog home and they maybe feel bad for the dog's history or backstory. So they kind of just bring the dog home and just let things happen. They just, welcome to your new home. I bought you all kinds of toys and treats and a bed, and just do whatever you'd like here. Relax, you're home now. And we're going to get there, but as a trainer, that's not my mentality, right? I'm kind of saying, welcome to my home. There's some rules, there's expectations of you, and it starts today. And as you sort of fall in line and assimilate in the manner that I want, then you'll gain more freedom. Like, for me, trust with a dog is earned. It's not just given off day one just because they're in my house and I just trust them. Trust has to be earned through reliable sort of results in my training and seeing how the dog acts. Okay, but there's a little bit of advice for you on bringing your rescue dog home. Lots of edits today. The streets, they be busy. Lots of people out. The weather's getting nice. Everybody wants to be out. So, yeah, I just thought I'd jump back in for a second because that wasn't the greatest way to end a video, but somebody was coming by looking at me like, what is this guy doing? It's super strange. Like, if I could show you a picture, I've got this 360 camera, and it's about 3.5, 4 feet out in front of me, my arm, like I'm walking around like this everywhere, talking to myself. It looks super bizarre. So, yeah, what I'm suggesting is, when you bring your new dog home, share some affection, absolutely. You know, be loving and be kind, but have some rules, have some expectations for that new dog. It's much easier to lift restrictions after they've been put on than to let a dog come in, become wild in your house, and then try and wrangle all of that in. So I'm just saying, set the standard in the beginning and then ease up restrictions as you see how your dog's doing. But hey, that's just my advice. So in the meantime, hopefully you get out there, train with your own dog. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.